Welcome back to the 3 Battles series. We're now covering the Fire Gua in relation to the Battle of the Legs. So in the same way that we talked about destroying the limbs, attacking the limbs, right, when we came to the Battle of the Arms, we're now going to do the same thing with the feet, right? So if we take a stance, right, the whole thing is like the most vulnerable bits are his feet because it's small bones, his ankle because it's a small joint, his knee, because I mean, anybody who's gotten old knows that the knee is vulnerable, as well as the hip itself. So you can attack any of these places. You can even attack, softer areas like the back of the calf, just trying to sweep out their foot or anything like that. But it's basically just how can I do damage to the leg? Because entering in on the legs, right, getting to places like this where we can get to the groin, or we can get to stomach here, right? In a lot of like a Muay Thai, you'll see blocks like this. But if their shins are too battered and bruised to stand up even, probably not going to be able to stand on one leg to defend with that anymore. So that's the case, right? You just want to do enough damage where it becomes a lot easier to move in on them. So again, the fire approach is I set a fire and let the fire spread on its own. And then I can go in and loot the rest when it's done. So in this case, right, we're here and I can attack at all these different joints, and eventually he's going to be too bruised and battered to fight back. It's the same kind of thing that you'd see in sword fighting tactics from back in the day. You don't need to do one cut to cut off the head or anything. You can just do death by 1,000 cuts, as they say in Taiji, in Chinese Jian work with a two-handed or the double-bladed sword. Because when you cut, not only does it hurt, but you're also bleeding. And the more places that you're bleeding out, the more blood you're losing. And the more blood you're losing, the slower, the more fatigued you're going to get because you need the blood to keep you going, right? So as you cut them down 1,000 different times, even the small cuts wears them down, makes them very vulnerable to the killing blow. So in the same idea here, right, I can attack the ankle, which is going to make him limp around. I can attack the knee, which is going to make him a bit hard to put his weight on that, so he's going to be limited to standing on one foot. So you can think about it like that. Just limit his options. In other contexts of martial arts, we talk about limiting options by body positioning. So if he has his guards up, if I position myself here, I don't have to worry about this arm as much unless he turns to face me, but I can just keep control here. But in this case, we're talking about I just do enough damage that he can't use it anymore. Right? In the same way, if I broke his hand, he can't use that to hit me, or if he does, he's going to do it at his own disbenefit. So same thing happens with the Battle of the Legs. Right? I stomp on his foot, he's going to be a lot slower now. It's going to be a lot easier to get the ending strike. So you can think about it in those terms. See you next video.